I hope you can hear me all clearly. Okay, so a big warm welcome to all our winners members, but above all else, we'd like to also welcome our guests that we have for tonight. We have Justin from Connaught Toastmasters, and I believe, like Jun say, he is our future elect division director, right? So we are looking forward to your vision and direction as division part of Division J. And I'm very honored to have you here because I remember the last time I visited Connaught, you say you wanted to visit, so I'm very honored you actually, come on the final week that we have for this term. So a big warm welcome to you. And of course, we have Jeffrey from Club Pidato. I believe Jeffrey is one of well-known, leader in TI that we all look up to as well. And of course, not forgetting, we have as well our grammarian, Lim Yen, today. So a big warm welcome and thank you for volunteering. We have Chloe and Elise. We would love to see your face, but if anything, just put in the chat box. And also a big warm welcome to every of my, I would say, all my sisters in Venus. So we'd like to see all of you. So for today's club meeting, I'm very honored to say that we have our AGM today. Going back on a reflection for the last 1 year, I am more than happy in the first day that we have our legacy club today, whereby, from bringing Venus, an excellent club, to the next level, where we have achieved our earliest medley. So a big round of applause to all our members and exco for their tireless nights, their sweat, and all the time contributed to Venus Toastmasters, their dedication and effort. Thanks is just not enough for me to express. So the gratitude, I would say, is, beyond measurements. Above all, like I say, it's not only the exco, but every single member here. This is not the end of the journey, as one says for the term, but it's a beginning, a new start. Like every new year, you have one goal, resolution, and all. So the new term, it's definitely a new goals, new resolution, and for the new club officers that are coming in, we all are here standing side by side, hand in hand for the new term. So all in all, I would like to say thank you first and foremost, and it's been a blessing to serve everyone in Venus for this term. Now, let's kickstart and have fun and enjoy growing together in part of our journey for this AGM. And I would say thank you very much once again. So now, I'm going to hand it over to our Toastmasters of the evening, none other than Esther. Over to you, Esther.
Hello, good evening, everyone. Good evening, our esteemed guests. And thank you to our first time Zoom Master and next term SAA, right? Next term SAA, Glenda. And thank you for our president giving us all our guests and your sisters in Venus such a warm welcome. I'm your host for this evening. I'm Esther. So I'll kickstart the meeting by sharing the history of Toastmasters. Can I get the slides from the Zoom Master? Well, I'm pretty sure I'm quite familiar with Toastmasters history, so maybe as they set up, I can just start first lah. So, as we all know, Toastmasters is started by the guy named Ralph C. Smedley. He started off as an informal public speaking club in YMCA, so in the basement of YMCA. Yeah. Then when he moved to California, then he only started Toastmaster as an official organization in October 1924. And then on is considered the birth of Toastmasters. So his goal was to help men improve on their public speaking, guided by the principles, their Toastmasters value, we all know: integrity, respect, service, and uh,
Excellent.
is it excellence? Yes, thank you. And excellence, we have now 265,000 members across the globe, with 13,800 clubs across 150 countries. So that's really impressive. And with that, Venus is one of the clubs, one of the 13,000 clubs around the world. We charted in 2021 with the vision. Okay, get next slide. With the vision of empowering women to communicate and be leaders, right? To develop leadership skills. So Venus has this great track record. So since 2022, since we are chartered, we have a lot of achievements. So we are if I'm not mistaken, we are a 3-time President Distinguished Club, and we recently just achieved SMEDLey. We are an early SMEDLey Distinguished Club, and then we also won the Gold Achiever, along with a lot of other achievements along the way. Our members are great, committed exco. And then we also have yearly retreats to different states of Malaysia. In 2022, Venus members went to Taiping, and then in 2023 they went to Genting. 2024 it was Port Dickson, then last year was Gopeng, and this year we will be going to Ipoh with our OC Xiaozhen. Well, I know this is a really long list of achievements and boasting about my club. Without a further ado, I would like to introduce what a typical Toastmasters meeting look like. So we will start with the prepared speech session, and then with the P, it's like a really filling pie. We have the P, prepared speech session, and then later on we have the I, impromptu session, table topics. Then we have the evaluation session. And today, since it's our last meeting of the year, of the term, of Toastmasters term, we will have our AGM later. So without further ado, I would like to invite our general evaluator, Retno Chia, to introduce her role players. Retno?
Thank you, TOE of the evening, Esther. What a wonderful night tonight. My name is Retno Chia, and I'm the General Evaluator for tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm so glad that we have some gentlemen tonight, fellow Toastmasters, and of course the guests. The purpose of the General Evaluator is to evaluate everything that takes place throughout the meeting. And during the meeting, I will take notes on everything that happens and doesn't happen. I will evaluate each participant on the meeting program and look for good examples of preparation, organization, delivery, enthusiasm, observation, and performance of duties. At the end of the meeting, I will give my report as the General Evaluator. Thank you. So I would like to introduce my support tonight. Technical support. May I have the Zoom master to change the slide, please? So we will start with the grammarian. Grammarian, please mention the purpose of the grammarian tonight.
All right. Hi, everyone. I'm Yenze from Tara UMT KL Toastmasters Club, and I will be the grammarian for tonight. So the purpose of a grammarian is to pay close attention to all speakers while listening carefully to their language usage. I will also take note of any improper language, as well as any outstanding words, quotes, sayings, or thoughts. And right now, let me introduce the word of the day. So the word of the day is steer the ship, and it is an idiom. So hold on, let me get. All right, so the definition of steer the ship is to manage, guide, or lead an organization, especially through changing or difficult times. For an example in a sentence will be, we need strong, committed leaders to steer the ship as we transition into the next year. That's all from my side. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you very much, Grammarian. I just love the idiom. It's quite rare that we have idioms that we are going to use during the meeting. So please, everybody, use the idiom steer the ship. The next one, I would like to invite our timer. Please state your points for tonight, timer. Your time.
Hi, hello, sir. Hi, my name is Shamlan. I'm also from TAR UMT KL Toastmasters Club. And the purpose of the timer is to record the project speech session, table topic session, and the evaluation session. I will also let each speaker know of their remaining time by changing my background following the colors. So that's all. That is my role. And back to you, Madam GE.
Thank you very much, Timer. Timer, could you help the participants and the speakers to raise your hand so that they can see the signals that will help so that nobody will overtime? That's what we are hoping. The last one, I would like to invite the counter. Our counter, time is yours.
Okay, Madam General Evaluator, Toastmasters, I guess the purpose of our counter is to note words and sound that are used as touch or pause filler by anyone to speak. During the meeting, I will listen for overused words, including and, well, but, so, and you know. I will also listen for filler words, including and I will also note when the speaker repeats a word phrase such as I, or this mean. At the end of the meeting, I will report the number of times that each speaker used this expression. Thank you. Back to you.
Thank you very much, counter. So I've got a very skillful technical support so that to make our tonight meeting a success. Back to you, TOE.
Thank you, GE Retno. And I'm really honored that this meeting, last meeting of the term, we can get external role players to help out in our meeting. So without further ado, let's invite our prepared speech speaker. So we're going to start off with our prepared speech session. For our first speaker, we have Cherry Tung. She is doing her pathway in presentation mastery. Today, she will be doing her understanding different communication styles, your communication style. I will pass the floor to her evaluator, Jun Bei, to read out her purpose statement. Then she can start her speech. Jun Bei, evaluator, are you here?
Yes, thank you, our TOE Toastmasters STU. Let me read out Cherry Tong's purpose statement for her speech tonight. The purpose of this project is for Cherry to learn about different communication styles and identify her primary style. This is also allowing her to share the impact of her style on others. Back to you, TOE.
Good evening, everyone. Have you ever noticed that sometimes it's not the decision that upset people, but it's the way we say? As a HR, I learned this lesson through my experience. We often need to communicate a difficult message. Sometimes, employee may not get the answer they hope for. One of the common examples is work from home requests. One day, an employee approached me and asked to work from home for a few days. At the time, due to operation requirement, the request could not be approved. Back then, My communications style is very direct and official. So my response sounded something like that. Your request is rejected because the department required you to physically attend in office. The message was clear, the policy was correct, but the employee looks disappointed and unhappy. Then the employee replied, "Okay, I understand." At first, I thought I already communicate properly. What's the problem? But later, I realized that something is important. Sometimes people may not only listening for the answer, they also wants to listening for understanding. So when similar situation happen, I try to using different communication style. Instead of immediately rejected the request, I first listening the employee reason. Then I responded this way. I understand why you are requesting work from home, and I can see it's very important to you. Unfortunately, due to current operation needs, we still require you to physically present in office during these periods. And I added, however, let's see whether they have another arrangement can help your situation now. This time, employee responded differently. Thank you for your understanding. I appreciate it. Let's see how can I manage the situations. Interesting. Although the outcome was same, the employee reacted more positive. That experience taught me that communication style can change the entire conversations. The decision did not change, the policy did not change, but the employee feel respected. As HR, I realized that I used to focus on delivering information quickly and professionally. I thought efficiency was the most important thing. But now I understand effective communication is also about empathy and connections. Sometimes one sentence can close the conversation, but the right tone can open trust. And as today, I became more aware my communication style. I discover I often communicate from my own perspective, focus on policy, procedure, and fact. But now I realize effective communication requires us to think from the audience perspective. Today, I'm still learning to balance professionalism with empathy, because communication is not only about speaking clearly, it's about helping people to feel understood, even the answer is no. I would like to end with a quotations. People will forget what you did. People will forget what you do, but people will not forget how you make them feel. And I believe that is the true power of the communication style. Thank you.
Thank you, Cherry. That was a really nice speech. Now, listening to your speech, I hope in another few years when I go into the job market, I meet HRs like you. Make me feel so welcome, so special. Okay, it's really nice to hear from you. Now let's move on to our second speaker of tonight, Glenda Lim. She's also our Zoom master today. So Glenda, your evaluator, Evan, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, can you read out her purpose statement? Then you can let her go on with your speech.
The
Thank you.
purpose of this speech is to practice applying feedback and serve as a speech evaluator during a club meeting. The purpose of this speech is for the member to demonstrate their ability to deliver an effective, respectful speech. During the completion of this speech, the member will receive a feedback about their first speech. Work to apply the feedback to a second speech. All right, back to you, COE.
Is it my turn? I can start.
Why
Is
don't
it?
the evaluator also read out the speaker's name and then her title, then speaker's name again, then you can pass to Glenda.
So this project speech title will be Knowing Yourself, Growing Yourself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait,
Glenda, you may start your speech.
I spotlight myself first. Thank you. Thank you, Evan. Wait, okay. Good evening, fellow Toastmaster and guests. So I am Glenda. So one thing I would like to start to ask everyone is, have you ever set a goal for yourself, like year after years, the goal you realize it is still very far away from achieve it? So for me, actually, one of the goal I always drag until now is to improve my English. Honestly, I really cannot really cannot remember when I first put improve English on my New Year resolution list. Every year I write it down, but every year end I will tell myself, hey, I cannot achieve this year lah. Why not I move the goal to next year? So 1 year, another 1 year. But recently, something has changed. I finally decided to stop delaying the goal and start to take the action. Why? Why I have this on my mind? So why is improving my English is so important to me? There are actually two main reasons. So for the first reason is about communication. Last year, I still remember I attended a friend's wedding in Sarawak. Very far, okay? It was a very special wedding because the couple only invited close friends and their own family members. Before the actual wedding's day, they even organized an ice-breaking session so everyone could get to know each other. It sounds cool, right? But for me, it's not. It's not cool at all. Because most of the guests came from English-speaking background. As the conversation started, I found myself feeling uncomfortable and feeling very awkward. I don't know how to answer their question. It wasn't because they were unfriendly, but in fact they are very welcoming. The problem was me. I could understand what they are saying, but when comes to expressing myself, come to answering their question, I'm struggle. I can't share my thoughts very confident. I have something in my mind, but I can't really share it out. I can't join the conversation naturally. While everyone was laughing and chatting, I just follow along and laugh without saying much. The experience made me feel made me realize something that I really need to improve my English because English is not only a language skill for me, it will also limit my ability to connect with people. The second reason is my career growth. For many years, I was very comfortable in my current working environment. Most of my colleagues speak Mandarin. Most of my clients speak Mandarin too. Everything felt very familiar and very comfortable. But recently, a friend of mine who worked in a big company suddenly lost his job because of economic downturn. When I heard the news, it shocked me. It made me ask myself a very difficult question. What if one day it happened to me too? The truth is the world is keep changing and it changed faster than ever. If we didn't grow, we have the risk being left behind. Opportunities are becoming many competitive nowadays. I realized that staying in my comfort zone was no longer a safety strategy. If I want to grow professionally, I need to communicate with more people and create more opportunity for myself. I must improve my English so that I can grab the opportunity to stir a ship while my boss away. That was the moment I recognized one of my weaknesses. And that's my speech title come from. Knowing yourself, growing yourself. The moment we become aware of our own weaknesses, we have two choices. First, we can ignore and stay at the comfort zone. Second, we can face it and we grow. So what I'm doing to improve it? First, I started to listen English radio station while I'm driving because every day I need to take about 30 minutes driving distance to my workplace. So why not I use this time to improve my English? Secondly, I began reading English news article instead of only reading Chinese article. But of course, I will choose those articles that I am interested first because that will make my interest to study more. I won't fall asleep when I read the articles. So things I spend more time with to communicate with knowledgeable people in English. Not only I can improve my English, I can also learn their experiences and also their insights. Sometimes I feel not very comfortable to speak in English with them, but I need to do that. I need to learn from it. I need to grow. So it made me improve my English slowly. So and finally, I joined Toastmaster. delivering the speech today is to prove that I have started taking action. My English is still far away, still far from perfect, and I'm still make a lot of mistakes. But unlike before, I'm no longer just weak. I'm actually taking action. So, ladies and gentlemen, weaknesses are not something to be ashamed of. Our weaknesses are not a barriers, they are opportunities for growth. The moment we acknowledge them is the moment we begin to improve. When we know ourselves better, we can become better. So now I would like to leave you a question before I end. What is the weakness you have been avoiding for years, for many years? Maybe you can try to stop avoiding it and start facing it, because growth begins at the moment we are willing to face ourselves. Thank you. Back to you, TOE.
Thank you, Glenda. I really like your message and your initiative to, pick up a skill that you've always been avoiding. The skill that I've been always avoiding is to speak on the spot. When I'm called upon, I need to immediately think of an answer. And our next session, ladies and gentlemen, is what I am the most afraid of, is the table topic session where we need to speak impromptu. So right now, I'll pass the session to our table topic master, Wendy. Wendy, are you here?
Yes.
Okay, so Wendy, the floor is yours for your table topic session. Everybody have fun and use the word today. Okay, bye.
Okay. Thank you, Esther. Thank you, TOE Esther. Today I'll be steering the ship by introducing what is table topics about. Table topics is like a session where we give you a question, a theme, or a topic where for 1 to 2 minutes you will come up with something to say. You not necessarily have to answer it correctly, or you can answer incorrectly, correctly, around it, above it, because the main thing is, oh sorry, my laptop. Okay, sorry for the interruption. Okay. Okay. So the table topics, we just practice on speaking impromptu. Yes, you have 2 minutes. And 1 minute, the timer will show the green card. At 1 minute 30 seconds, the yellow card will be shown. And at the second minute, the red card will be shown. And you have extra 30 seconds to wrap it up. Mainly within 2 minutes, try to say as much as you can during that time. And yeah, let's start the table topic session. Since today is our team meeting, is our AGM, I try to make it AGM related. Here's a picture of our lunch, third day lunch at our annual conference this year. Okay, so who would like to be the first volunteer to try out the
Can I
table?
go? Justin here.
Okay, Justin. From 1 until 6, which one would you like to try?
Number 2.
Okay, number 2. Let's see what's behind number 2. What was your first impression after joining an online Toastmasters Club meeting? What was your first impression after joining an online Toastmasters Club meeting? Justin, the floor is yours. You have 2 minutes and extra 30 seconds to answer. Yeah.
I'm waiting the timer to be spotlighted. Don't time me first. Where is timer? Never mind, I will just look at timer. Oh. Wow, what a great questions. The first online meeting I joined is none other than my own corner Toastmaster online meeting. When does it happen? Of course, COVID. Before all this year, Toastmaster will never ever go to online unless there is a special request from the club members that, hey, let's charter an online club. So we never thought that we are able to have Toastmaster sharing, Toastmaster topics, table topic master, everything online until COVID hits. And we're forced to change every mode. We have to set up a Zoom account. Everyone have to get familiar with the Zoom setting, how to position your face into the camera and make sure your hands is visible. So all these things we learn it out. So after 2 years of online meeting in Toastmaster, I actually learned something different. I learned about 3 things. First thing is, it's really important that show your upper body in the camera. Make sure your face is clear, make sure your hands is clear. I know a lot of them will ask you to have a virtual background with you, but didn't you agree that when the virtual background is there, sometimes your hand will went missing? So this is the very first thing I actually learned, that make sure when you go online, make yourself visible, especially with your hand. Second thing is about how you present in the online setting. It's really different during on stage, because when you are online, you have to make sure that it is fast and accurate, because everyone is joining the call and they are easily get distracted. A cat passing by, the baby is crying, and you need to go to a toilet. So in order to make sure all the audience in the online setting pay close attention to your sharing, you have to make sure that your sharing is precise and interesting. Last but not least is about how you dress up. Even though I know during online setting, you are very comfortable to attend the online meeting, you just dress up your upper part and most probably your lower part will be like just a short pant. Never ever do that, because you will never know that out of coincidence, you will need to stand up and everyone look what your lower body looks like. So in summary, I learned 3 things in online meeting. First, really make sure your face and your both of your hand is visible during the online meeting. Second thing, you need to attract all the audience by using precise and interesting sharing. Last but not least, always get prepared with your professional attire when you are attending a so-called conference or whatsoever. With that, back to you, Wendy.
Hey, thank you, Justin. It's a very insightful sharing. We learn 3 things from having the online meeting, and thanks to COVID, we improve it more. We find ways to improve it more. Thank you so much. And okay, now who would like to be the second table topic speaker? Any volunteers from the floor?
Can role player try? I'm R counter, but can I try?
Yes, can. Hi, Jeffrey. Number 2 has been taken. You have the other numbers to try.
Number 1.
Okay, number 1. Let's see what's behind number 1. Oh, okay. I initially made this question for Venus Toastmasters member. Okay, so but you can answer it in a way like from as an outside perspective or in any way you want. And so this is the question. What do you think is the best part about being in Venus Toastmasters Club or any other club, in online club? The floor is yours. You have 2 minutes and an extra 30 seconds.
Thank you, topic masters. This is not regarding Venus Toastmasters, but it happened to me 3 years ago when I joined back Toastmasters. And there's a workshop created by Toastmasters, and the workshop is about women empowerment. So it's by 3 ladies. I still remember Charmaine from DTM Toastmasters Club, And then we got Patricia from Berjaya Toastmasters Club, and also eventually become my own club member. She was in Segambut before. Now is Su Yi Tiong. So I imagine how powerful these women are in Toastmasters. I thought definitely this workshop, no guys, all ladies, because it's women empowerment. So it's normal. So I thought definitely Toastmasters nowadays, a lot of ladies more than guys. So it's evidently speaking, even there's a Toastmasters club called Venus Toastmasters Club. So I able to join today thanks to Esther and also June, because they advertise in the Division J group. So I'm here today. So Venus Toastmasters Club is quite special. I read a book, Man from Mars, Women from Venus. Maybe it's they based on from this book. There's no Mars Toastmasters Club, only for guys. I think Venus Toastmasters Club have their own way. It's very fun. I can see with a lot of people, even guys as a guest can also be invited. Doesn't mean only for women. It's also very equal. I mean, of course, it's only open to women for membership. All in all, I enjoy this camaraderie when I get inside this online meeting, and then I can see some familiar faces, and even a very committed future DVD elect is here. I'm also quite surprised. I thought I'm the only guy. There's also another guy, which is Grammarian. Thank you very much. Back to you.
Thank you, Jeffrey. And I didn't know we have a Division J group chat. Today I found out, and it's nice that you are inspired by three powerful women, and that's great. And as I was informed that we are behind time, so I have to cut my session short. And thank you for the two brief speakers, Justin and Jeffrey, for for volunteering in the session. Now I'll pass the floor back to our TOE Esther. Thank you.
Thank you, Wendy, for this session. Yeah, as we come to the end of a term, it's nice to hear from other people outside our club to share how Toastmasters has benefited them. It's a really fun session. Thank you, Wendy. And even more fun, we're going into our bio break now. Our bio break is 5 minutes. So before we let you go to the fun session, the best session, 5 minutes, we take a group photo first. And everyone turn on their cameras. Usually I say I want to see your pretty faces, but now I think I'll just say faces. Everybody turn on their cam. Okay, can anybody snapping? The Zoom master, which one?
Glenda.
Glenda?
Snap
Okay.
it. Wait,
Okay. You do count, huh?
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Wait. I send in group first. Okay, done. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, everybody. Enjoy your bio break.
Only 2 table topic. Seems very short.
Yeah, I thought we can go
yeah.
for one more.
One more, yeah.
Never
Okay.
mind, we can share now. Anybody? Informal one.
By the way, hi Ender, good to see you again. I think after 1 year plus, almost 2 years. Ender, what role you are taking right now? Are you still at Expo?
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm taking president next year.
Wow. Future
Yeah.
president.
Congratulations.
Congrats.
Thank you.
It's time.
So I can connect with you, Lynn. Sorry, yeah. Yanzi, I'm so sorry. I'm still familiar myself with Chinese name. So you know when the Lim, that means is that your family name? Yeah.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Yeah,
Surname.
So
Lim is my surname, then Yenze is my name.
I call you Yanzi, yeah. Is that
Yes,
correct?
correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So I will connect with you because I will be the next president as well.
Sure,
Fortunately,
no problem.
learning a lot.
Congrats to Retno as well.
Thank you.
Reno is already in bullet train mode already.
Oh,
Planning for the term
wow.
already. Right, Reno?
Yes, we share the bed word, so I learn from your brain as well.
We have a lot of great initiative for the upcoming term. One of it I'll share a little bit. So I will handpick a few very strong club, especially in J4 winners is considered very strong. So I might get some of you as an interview, like to share some of your success story. I think I shared this to Crystal during our Division J ISEV as well. So definitely we look forward for that because I hope all Division J can learn from the role models, how they can manage the club so well. So each of us can learn from each other's. What do you think about that right now?
Oh yeah, be fantastic.
Perfect. Let me plan that out and we shall have that
I
soon.
see that we
Yeah.
have a guest here, Elise, right? Elise
Yes,
Chua.
I just welcome her. Elise.
You can pronounce it as Elvis.
Alice,
Alice.
okay.
Elvis Presley, so you remember my name. But
Alice.
some of the people
Are
will
you from
pronounce it.
any Toastmasters club or you're like a passerby
Yeah,
guest?
I'm actually with the Mandarin Toastmaster
From
Club.
Division Q.
Selangor KL Hokkien Youth 14.
Okay, very long. Hey, hi. Didn't catch you during the table topic session.
Because it's running out of time, right? That's why.
Yes,
Yeah.
we should. Actually, now we should go back to our session. We should move on to the evaluation session. Everybody back here yet? Okay, seems like everybody's here. Okay, I will restart. So, welcome back, everybody. I hope you have a nice break. Right now, we will go into our general evaluation session. So, I'll now pass the floor to our general evaluator, Retno.
Thank you, dear Eve. This is the exciting time because we are going to come to the evaluator sessions, and this is such a fantastic night because also a special night, the last meeting of this period of Toastmasters Exco. So I would like to invite, first of all, okay, let me see this one. Okay, so I would like to invite the first evaluator, Jun Bae, who will be evaluate our speaker, Cherry Tung. So Jun Bae, time is yours.
Let me check the timer. Okay. Cherry, congratulations on achieving your project purpose of sharing about the communication style that you are having. So, being a HR professional myself, I can definitely resonate with you on how your day-to-day work communicating with your colleague or employees. Of course, we want to look professional, yet the message that we deliver according to company policy, citing to the company interest, may have conflict to the interest of the employee at times. So being efficient, at the same time, you need to be also understanding and be empathetic. So, Cherry, let me start with some of the good points that I pick up from your delivery. Firstly, is you speak with clarity. Uses of words and your pace on delivering your speech is actually very comfortable for me to follow. And at the same time, it's very structured. You have your opening, introducing your role, your profession, and then you actually bring in the example of the employee or colleague of yours requesting from work from home. And the two examples that you quote also able to actually narrate the differences in terms of your communication style. Secondly, it's your eye contact. It's like what I'm doing now. I looked through the pinhole, meaning to say the recipient or the audience were really connected to me. And that's exactly how I felt. That is really engaging and feeling like you are actually speaking to me directly. Thirdly, being a Toastmasters for I think 1 to 2 years by now, your comfortable level in speaking in public has a very tremendous improvement. Your pace, your steadiness on delivery has actually portrayed or displayed confidence in yourself. Nonetheless, if there's some nitpick in your speech, I would like to recommend two things. Firstly, this is related to communication style. And throughout your 5-minute speech, I can know that you actually emphasize on direct as one of the style. However, as I understand from Toastmasters, there are 4 different communication style, which is initiating, support, and also analytical. So it will be set to miss out that you have the chance to actually introduce the 4 different styles so that our audience can also learn that and be curious to know and explore other styles in their day-to-day life. Secondly would be, I will encourage you to use some vocal variety. Use the power of volume, the speed, and also the tone to actually enhance your speech. For example, your staff that feel disappointed when receiving that you rejected the request, or you can speed up the speed that, oh, they understand, oh, thank you for being understanding. So that can give a different perspective to the audience. In summary, I like your clarity in your speech, eye contact, and of course, your comfort level. 2 area, give more about the communication style and leveraging on the vocal variety. So back to you, our GE Randall. Thank you.
You. It's a very thorough evaluation for sure, and to also function as and then I really usual didn't mean as usual, but June is a very experienced member of Toastmaster, very calm, very spot on, and very structured evaluation. That is fantastic, June. And you also mentioned about the relation of Cherry's work and your work that give the background of your job. That also help me to understand that you could relate and give more specific advice. That's fantastic as well. So I just maybe I wouldn't say much because it was very, very thorough, very spot on. Only maybe the timing. I think you cover a little bit, just slightly more if you maybe simplify a little bit. That will really perfect with the timing. Thank you. But fantastic, John. Thank you very much. We all learn a lot from you. Second one, the evaluation, I would like to invite Glenda's evaluator, which is Even. When time is yours.
Okay. Spotlight the timer.
Yeah, I will help you.
Okay. So Glenda, is this your second speech in Toastmaster or the third speech?
No,
Glenda,
fifth.
the fifth. All right. Okay. So this will be the second speech that from your first speech, right? Because from the evaluator form, we receive feedback about their first speech. Okay. So hi, Glenda. I'll be sharing from the point of view what will make your speech more captivating based on my experience in Toastmaster meeting. First, very nice, I would say very great job on your effective and respectful speech. You have a very nice structured speech by starting to state a note about your story on you are taking steps to improving your English. And then second, you move on to a point that you state your reason why you needing of improving your English. And then the third, the method on how you actually improve your English by reading English newspaper and articles. And last but not least is you talk about the progress of improving your English, like by the ability of communicating with people despite of the mistake that you done along the way towards the progression of improving your English. I think that's very good. I think minimizing mistake that you bring it up while improving your English progression is a very good example. And then it's a very nice, concise structure. And I would say your speech is very clear and easily understood. But one thing that I found about your speech is about the monotone and the pauses of your speech. Throughout listening to your speech, it is very nice, but I would feel like the pauses that you apply to your speech shall be more clear. Like, okay. And then secondly, and then you do a very nice job on ending your speech with a question. But then I would emphasize that you might want to elevate up your tone, has to drag back the audience attention, like what is the weakness that you would like to improve instead of avoiding it. So, and then because before this sentence, you didn't offer any pauses. So I thought it was like you are continuing your speech. So I would recommend a pause before this sentence. What is the weakness that you would like to improve instead of avoiding it for your better career growth and improvement? Yeah, something like that. So other than that, it would be the fluency of your speech and the tone. So that's it from my evaluation. Yeah, very well done. Okay.
Thank you, Yvonne. I need to remove the spotlight. Thank you, Yvonne. Thank you for the evaluation. I really appreciate that you are, I would say, quite direct, and the content of your evaluation was actually very, very good. Is this your first time as the evaluator? May I ask you, Yvonne?
Renault, no, not actually, but it
No,
is
not
from
the
like
first time.
4 years back.
Okay, I
Yeah,
understand.
after
Thank you
yeah.
very much. You had quite good points when you evaluate Glenda's speech. My suggestion is that you structure it better. You didn't, as an evaluator, we need to, there is some kind of things that we need to learn. For example, that as an opening, like how that speech relate to yourself, just because you only have 2 minutes, yes? And then what you like from the speech, you can say maybe 2 things or 3 things, and then something that she can improve, or something that could enhance the speech, and then you make the conclusion. Yes, but we are still on the learning curve. Everybody learning. I'm also still learning. Thank you very much for the evaluation. Next one, we come to the table topic. I would like to invite our table topic evaluator, which is, let me check on your, excuse me, Crystal Chin. Time is yours.
All right. I say thank you so much, Retno, our GE for today. So today I'm going to evaluate two seasoned speakers. We have Justin and Jeffrey. And of course, I would say the two gentlemen in the room tonight. So it's my pleasure, first and foremost, for Wendy. I think you did a good job explaining to the guests and everyone what is table topics. I would like to kudos, keep it up in explaining so that everybody knows what is table topics. That's one. Wendy, for Justin, let me do a good shout out to you because for table topics, I would say it's very hard to articulate all you want to say and everything at just a snap of finger at all. But boy, did you catch our attention. And not only that, you structured it so well as though you had prepared it beforehand, like a prepared speech. You have 3 points that you mentioned. You all capture us step 1, 2, and 3. So our attentions are all focused on you. And of course, like you mentioned, one part is the body language, so we could see your hands in the camera at all times. So, in other words, I would like to say, good job, Justin. One more thing, like you mentioned earlier, during COVID for the past 2 years, it's always been online. And now I think you've revert back to physical. One of the suggestions I would like to give to you for an online is actually you were quite close to the screen and it's like this. I would suggest you actually, I believe you are standing as well, but you were quite close. Okay, so just take a step backwards. We could see further and more towards the body of, though we couldn't see this bottom half, but we could at least see a further portion of you, and it will not be like this, but like this. All right. So when you do step back, however, do take note that we can clearly hear you as well. So these are the little things I would suggest for your next presentation and speaking. Next, I would have none other than I always call him Datuk Jeffrey from Club Pidato. So Jeffrey, I would commend you being caught. What would you be doing in those Venus? I say, in that question, I mean, definitely a topic that, you know, could never happen because you're a guy. I say, but I love how you spin it, where you showed us that you were inspired by 3 ladies and how you structured the whole story. It was a storyline and how you brought it all back to Venus Toastmasters being as a guest here today. So I commend you for your fast thinking and all. Next, one thing I would like to suggest is actually your body movements, because we could see you while you were thinking and while you were speaking. You were moving from side to side to side as though you were sitting on a slide, moving up and down, up and down. So that actually distracted me from listening to your speech. I would suggest you take it at the center, and even any speech, you can move light, all right, to emphasize on your point, but not the whole body movement during the whole speech. All in all, 2 wonderful speakers for table topics. Kudos to you, both of you, and well done. Over and back to you, GE Retno.
Thank you, Crystal. It's never easy to evaluate more than one speakers, and tonight unfortunately we only have 2 because of the time constraint. But Crystal, I always like your humorous sense. It makes me smile, and you are spot on when you say that there are experienced speakers. So it's never easy to evaluate experienced speakers because we need to find something that we think they can do to enhance their speaker and their speech. And I really like the second speaker who really maneuver the question. He was not a TMC or he's not a Venus Toastmaster, but he knew his job. So thank you for spotting on to that part, Crystal. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, can I see the timer? So I think it's time for our technical report. Yes, and it's always quite challenging to steer the ship. Is that the word of the day? Because this is the moment that our boat is going somewhere that we have to make sure that we steer the ship to the right direction. I would like to invite the technical role player. I think I can start from the
No, can we share the poll first?
or the vote.
Yeah.
Oh, sure. But I would like to ask the timer. Timer.
Okay.
Thank you very much for the reminder, timer. How about the time frame of the speakers and all the evaluators? You can just say it, yes?
Okay, thank you. So for the prepared speech session, Cherry Tong took 5 minutes and 35 seconds. She was within time. The second speaker, Glenda Lim, took 9 minutes and 17 seconds, so she was over time. Moving on to the table topic session. Our first speaker, Justin Koh, took 2 minutes and 25 seconds. And the second speaker, Jeffrey Tay, took 2 minutes and 15 seconds. Both speakers were on time. For the evaluation session, our first speaker, Jun Bei, took 3 minutes and 40 seconds, so she was over time. Second speaker, Sao Yi Wen, took 3 minutes and 30 seconds. She was within time. And last speaker, Crystal Chin, took 4 minutes and 10 seconds, so she was over time. That's all for my report, and back to you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, timer. So SAS, because we have the consensus that we only vote for the people or the speakers who are on the time frame. So we can do the evaluator. Is that correct?
My apologies. The evaluation session, there were 2 speakers who were over time, so there was only 1 speaker on time. Hence, I don't think we can continue with the voting.
Okay. So we do not vote for tonight. Is that correct, Emma?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much. So unfortunately, actually it's very interesting. Only last week, Esther was our TOE. My speech was about timing, the sickness, how important that this is part of the very important part of the speech. Yes, so that's why we have a timer that we need to also respect the time frame when we deliver our speech. So unfortunately, we can't vote, but hey, good luck, and so next time better. So thank you very much, timer. So I think we can start with our report of the technical role players tonight. Can I start with the grammarian report, please?
Thank you, GE. So I will start off with my grammarian report. For the improper grammatical use, the first one is physical attend, should be physically attend. So it's like, it's how to say that you are moving, so physically rather than physical. For few days should be for a few days. May not listening or try to using these kind of words. I realized that as myself as a Chinese brought up, I will tend to use this kind of ing word at the end. So try to use the correct word should be may not listen or try to use instead of the ing. And next would be more on the word, how you pronounce it. Realize should be realize. English should be English. So these kind of words, my humble suggestion is to open your mouth bigger so that when you say the word realize, so you pronounce it clearer and more accurate. And last one should be came from. Came from should be come from. And the quotes or the words that I really liked was said by Jeffrey, evidently speaking. This is a very nice word I like. And also from Jeffrey, camaraderie is like saying your friend is talking about your friendship. And next is from June, comfortable to follow. So instead of easy to follow, she uses comfortable to follow. So it's a very nice word to use. Retno, lastly, our GE, thorough. So instead of saying very accurate, you can say thorough. And now for the word of the day, or I would say idiom of the day. Glenda said it once, Wendy said it once, and our GE Retno said it once. So congrats to all who used the word of the day. I hope that even though that you didn't manage to use this word, just remember this word throughout your future so you can use how you want to use these words. So that's all from my report. I'm Yenze and back to you, GE.
Thank you very much for the very thorough observation and the report. And again, I said I just love your idiom. I think this is the first time that we use idiom in our meeting. So I think maybe we can do it more in the future. Yes, fantastic. And then I would like to invite our counter, please. It's
Okay,
yours.
I will share the screen now. Everyone can see the screen?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, for my report, I will segment it into 3 colors. The green color, please give them a round of applause that they don't have any speech crutches. First of all, by Crystal, Retno, Yenzi, Saimalan, Justinko, and June Bay. Then we follow up by yellow color, which has less than 5 speech crutches. Glenda only have 2, and Esther got 5 Wendy got 1 1 even got 1 1 but. So total is 2. So for the most table topic, for the most speech crutches, one is from me. I took around 14. 3 3 5 so, 2 la, and 1 other. And the champion for today is Cherry, 12 1 2 total 15. And that is my report. I will stop sharing right now.
Thank you, Jeffrey. I love the color code, so we can really see clearly. I'm sure have been improving myself. So thank goodness. Thank you very much for the slides that make your report even better. Thank you very much. So next, I would like to invite our timer.
Thank you, Madam GE. And I will not be opening my camera as there's some issue with it. So yeah, bear with me. All right, so our meeting began at 8:02 p.m. and then the project speech session ended at 8:41 p.m. After that began the table topic session, which ended at 8:47 p.m. The break time ended at 8:52 p.m. 8:53 p.m. Evaluation session began, which ended at 9:10 p.m. And then began the role players report. That's all for my timers report. Thank you, and back to you, Madam GE.
Thank you very much, Timer. Thank you very much for the accuracy as well. I think you have a very, very important role for every speakers tonight. So I think this is my time to deliver my speech as a general evaluator. So thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for this opportunity. I'm so proud of Venus. I have made some notes in here that I hope it help me and also us here to grow even better. So what I would say is that it's fantastic that we start on time, just like the timer said. And then also that you all welcome our guests. And we are, Venus is already very famous for being very friendly and very inviting. So you invited all us, say hello to the guests, greeting to the guests. It's fantastic. Thank you very much. What I really love is that we have so many young generations here. So if you all agree that we have the TOE tonight that is also young and very enthusiastic and very skillful, and we have a lot of other new members that young and also very knowledgeable. So I think we have to be very proud of being members of Venus. What I would like to mention tonight is that we can always do better, but I'm not going to say too much about that because we all know that we are still on the learning process. I make some notes here that as a club, we all want to grow together. So I really appreciate that tonight we all get together in here. And then TOE, you are fantastic. Esther, this is the second time that you became the TOE for me. Then when I don't know when, this is the first time for Venus and you're doing very well. And then SAA Glenda, you did very well. What I could maybe or suggest is, because this is the first time that Glenda became the Zoom master, it would be probably helping her not to give these double roles because she also delivered a speech. Yes, Glenda? So probably for our, in the next meeting, we consider this, that maybe we could have another person to be the Zoom master. I know you are going to be our SAA in the next phase. However, I think it's quite a job as a Zoom master. Yes. And then I think overall, it's fantastic, Wendy. That was very funny question. The second question you gave, like if you are a Venus Toastmaster, what you going to do? But then the Jeffrey, is that Jeffrey? Yes, you maneuver the question into very fantastic answer. So overall, thank you very much for tonight. I really appreciate being the general evaluator, and then I would like to pass it on to our TOE.
Thank you, GE Redno. It's very exciting that we now close the typical meeting session. So today, as everyone can see from the virtual background, Venus Toastmasters Club is going to have their 2025 to 2026 term AGM. So right now, I will pass the floor to our president, Crystal, to take over for the session. But I have one problem, guys. I've seen that the timer needs to drop early. Do we still need the timer roll during the AGM session?
Sorry, I was speaking, but I didn't realize I was unmute. No, it's fine. Like I say,
Don't need timer.
so no need timer. We our counter and grammarian also like how
Can
Penang people say can panggang liao.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Good night.
No, but we would love for you to stay on.
Can say
Like say, you can. We would love for you to stay on. It's just that you can panggang liao. You can just
Okay.
enjoy the moment here. All
I
right.
just enjoy the moment. After all, tomorrow holiday.
Yes, like say you can, continue clubbing with all the ladies here. Okay, thank you so much, everyone. So this is what we have come to the end of the term, where all the EXCOs, not all the EXCOs selected EXCOs members will actually present their workings, what they have done for the past term. Okay, so to kick off, I would start first. Allow me to, hold on. Wendy, can you share my screen or do you want me to share the screen?
I can share.
Thanks so much, Justin. Okay, thank you so much, Wendy, for sharing the screen. So we're going to report back what we've done for the last year for Venus Toastmasters Club. So I'll kick it off as us being in with a line to Division J for J4. And of course, we've charted on 21st of June 2021. So we're running into 5 years for Venus Toastmasters. So for next slide, please. Okay, so the agenda of the day, we have a report by President VPE. Unfortunately, our VPM can't make it due to some emergency. And for VPPR as well, and our treasury. And of course, we're going to introduce our new executive committee. Any announcement? And after that, we'll call the AGM adjourned. So next, can we have the next slide, please? So we're going to have our club executive committee reports, starting by myself. Can we go on to the next slide? So as the club president, I'm here, Crystal Chin. Next slide, please. So these are the activities that we held for 2025-2026 for Venus Toastmasters. First, we had our outing, which we do almost every year. We had it in Gopeng on the 19th and 20th of July. And within the I would say the outing, we had our physical club meeting as well. This was organized by Michelle Ma as our OC. And next, we have our gatherings to foster bonding session where we had our meeting as a hybrid meeting in KL in Shelton's place, who gladly offered her house for all of us to gather there as a part of a celebration. And of course, when we talk about regular club officers to plan and update the meetings, I would also say, in the context of planning everything in terms of achieving all the DCP goals in order for us to be in the early SMATI award. So once again, all their time actually being, planned to set it up and execute it. We also went one step above, whereby for Club Growth Achievers Report, where we're mandatory to have 2 joint meetings. However, like I mentioned earlier, we went one club above, whereby we had 3, one with Friendship Toastmasters Club, one with ITC Bintang, and our last and not least is with Speakon Toastmasters Club, whereby we had a synergy of all the different clubs where we could learn from each other as well. And I have to do a big shout out, whereby June and Michelle, who were the OC for the speechcraft, we couldn't have done it without them sacrificing every Saturday weekend to organize the speechcraft. And Venus got a glimpse of a teeny tiny highlight and spotlight during this one. So all in all, I would like to thank all the OCs, the chairs and everything who actually organized this. So these were the club activities that we held during the past 1 year. Can we go on to the next slide, please? We also had our speech contest, which was hosted by Eliza on the 6th of December. And a big shout out to our club champion, none other than our president-elect Retno, and also Ewan. And our evaluation contest, whereby we have Retno and also Queen championing it. Can we go on to the next slide, please? And the first and second I would say the winner and the first runner-up went on the journey with Retno and even spearheading into the area contest and even make it an history to lead winners into representing in our division contest. So all in all, I would say a very, very wonderful spotlights for Venus Toastmasters Club and to both of our ladies, Retno and even for representing us on the area and also division level. Can we have the next slides? Okay, so as we have always said, I will proudly say that we have achieved not only smartly, but early smartly. As you can see, whereby we met all 10 goals of ours for the DCP, whether it's education, membership, training, and also administration. And can we have the last slide, please? Of course, what it all leads to, the activities, the contests, the DCP goals, these were all the achievement that we had for Venus. We had our Early Achievers Medley Distinguished Club, our Club Quality Goal Achiever, and a big shout out to our Triple Crown and Path Proficiency Achiever, Risan. I would also do a big shout out to June for taking up and pushing all our mentors. Why? Because we were proud to be a recipient for 3 Pathway Mentors Program Achiever by Evan, Retno, and myself. So a big thank you for June for laying the foundation, the mental circle, establishing it for Venus, and we could see the results from there as well. All in all, that would be my report for 2025-2026 as your president for Venus Toastmasters Club, and I'll hand over now to our VPE, Pepe, for her report. Over to you, Pepe.
Hello everyone. Thank you, Crystal. Okay, Wendy, can I trouble you to share these slides?
Okay. Hang on a while.
Sure. Okay, evening everyone. I'll be sharing the report from VPE perspective. Okay, next slides, please. Okay, I believe some of my slides are actually similar with what Krista had shared earlier. So yeah, as some of you may be aware, so in order for us to achieve the Smartly Distinguished Club, from education perspective, we need to achieve 6 points, and over here, I'm proud to share that we have achieved all the 6 points, and we even overachieved for some of the categories, as you can see over here. Yeah. Then next slides will actually table out in details in terms of who are the members that achieve the levels accordingly. So for level 1, we have our members, Anisha, Wendy, Erin, and Mei Hong, who have successfully completed level 1 for this term. And for level 2, it's contributed by Xiaozhen, Eliza, Eva, and Wendy. Yeah. Coming to level 3, it's Risen, Xiaozhen, and Esther. And For level 4, it's Risan and Sultan. For level 5, as well as the pathway completion, it's Risan. So all of these members actually contributed and helped the club to achieve the DCP points that we needed. I'm proudly to say that because of them, we actually achieve our early Smartly distinguished club status. Okay, and next slides, please. Okay, and we also have members who have successfully achieved the DTM, the Distinguished Toastmaster Award, which is June and Michelle. Yeah. And for the Pathway Mentor program, just for information for some of you may not be aware, so this Pathway Mentor program is an additional program, and it is on a volunteer basis for members to take on. And as a mentor, you will have the opportunity to guide the new members throughout the Toastmaster journey. And as well as at the same time, you would be able to develop the leadership, coaching, and communication skill while giving back to the club. So congratulations to Crystal, Evan, and Retno, who has successfully completed this Pathway Mentor program. And of course, not to forget the master mentor for this initiative, June. I think June's initiative has really helped Venus Toastmaster Club to strengthen our mentoring program and continuously to contribute the growth and development for all our members. Yeah, thank you, June, for such a good initiative. Yeah. Okay, and next slide, please. Okay, so for this term, right, these are the members who have completed their icebreaker speech, and I'm happy to say that out of the 8 members, right, actually 6 of them are the new members that we recruited, and they took their courage to give their first speech. This is very important to start off their Toastmaster journey, and yeah, I hope that will continue the momentum and also inspiring more new members to take up the icebreaker speech in the next term. Yeah. Okay. And next, please. Okay, so these are some of the workshops and joint meetings that we have executed for this term. So in terms of the workshop, we have this endometriosis talk by Dr. Sharifah to share the important insights about endometriosis, and also as well as create the awareness among women on how they can seek for support whenever if they need it and improve their quality of life. And of course, in terms of the joint meetings, as mentioned by Crystal earlier, we took a step ahead. Instead of meeting the requirement for 2 joint meetings, we actually did 3 joint meetings. Yeah. Okay. And next slide, please. Okay. For the members' education achievement, for this term, we are proudly to announce that we have 2 members who have successfully completed the Triple Crown achievement. So in order, just for your information, in order to achieve this Triple Crown, basically the members need to complete 3 educations level in a term. So for Risan, she has completed level 3, 4, and 5, while for Sultan, she has completed level 2, 3, and 4. Yeah. So congratulations to Risan and Sultan. Yeah. Okay, next slide. And we also have this double star achiever. So double star achievers, the requirement is to complete the Triple Crown as well as the pathway completion. So Risan has demonstrate her dedication and commitment, and of course as well as the personal growth for herself, right? So she is our double star achievers. Yeah. Then in terms of the DTM, which is the highest level education achievement in Toastmaster. We are glad to announce that we have two members who have successfully achieved their DTM award in this term, who is Michelle and also June. So let's give them a round of applause for achieving this highest education achievement in Toastmaster. And we hope this serves as an inspiration for all the other members to continue the momentum and be like Michelle and June one day. Yeah. And that will be all for my report. Thank you. And back to Krista, is it? Krista.
Thank you so much, Pepe. I would say a commendatory work from Pepe, going behind the scenes, chasing everyone to ensure that we achieve our education goals. And of course, you can see her hard work all being reflected where it's through the member success. So, in all the members for our next term VPE, please say, do entertain our VPE, because I would say it's all blood, heart, sweat, the constant chasing to ensure that all of you are a success in your growth as well. So we're going to have our next presenter, which is our treasurer. We have Huyin. Can Wendy actually present her slides, and I'm going to hand it over to Huyin.
Okay.
Hi. Can you hear me? Can you please share the treasurer report? Okay. As of today, 16th of June, 2026, we have the total balance of 3,590 ringgit 12 cents. This year, we have a total input of inflow 14,046 ringgit and 97 cents, and a total outflow of 13,513 ringgit and 21 cents. Do you have any question about the financial report?
Huyin, I do have. I'm just curious to know the interest 41.97. How do you able to earn this interest?
This is because I put some money into the FD, fixed deposit account.
And the fixed deposit duration is a year, or how long is the period?
The period is every 3 months.
I see. So is this term, I mean the cutoff date, I'm just curious to know.
So to get the next interest, we can wait for the end of this June, 31 of June and
30th of June.
Yes.
This month. So
30th of June.
So that is the lapse lah. So are we perhaps I will appreciate the coming exco have the transparency to the member of how our club's fund is being utilized. All right, thank you, Wee.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Huyin. I think in terms of the treasury for Huyin, and I believe Sherry will be our new term treasurer. Correct me if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, correct.
Yes. All right. So I would suggest if anyone has any queries, not only from June, but if anyone do have any queries, please do let us know. Like say, if you have any, how it's been spent, how is what, in that context, just let us know any of the expo. We are more than happy to explain every expenditure and income as well, how we can actually improve it further in that context. So last but not least, can I have our secretary, Xiao Zhen, to present?
Yes. Thank you, President Crystal. So, as the secretary, I play the role as the record keeper. Next slide, please. So I'm responsible to document the EXCO monthly meeting minutes. So we have 7 executive committee meeting throughout the term. And then I took the minutes of the meeting and save all these 7-minute meeting in our winner share drive in order for the next secretary to have to okay, in order to keep track and for everyone to access it easily. And then I also help the club to submit the proof of our club activities, which is also the requirement for the club success campaign in order for us to be eligible to become the club quality goal achiever for 2025 to 2026 term. Next slide, please. And we have our EXCO meeting normally before we have to submit the club success plan and also before the due date for the early Smedley Distinguished Club achievement. And also the club officers attended 2 club officer training in this term. Next slide, please. And these are the evidence to submit for the club success campaign. We have total of 3 joint meetings. And then we also have our club contest and also have every thematic meetings. As well as the new term club officer list, I also submitted in the Toastmaster International. All right, that's all from me. Back to you, Krista.
Thank you so much, Xiao Zhen. Wonderful for you documenting it. I have to commend you for it. Like say, being so detailed and all. I would also do a big shout out to the lady behind the screen today, which is, she's not in front, but always behind, being in the Octopus. I would say Wendy for her dedication and commitment, as she has been in every meeting, our SAA, greeting you, making sure that our club meeting is run so efficiently. So I would like to say a big, and we have Wendy in the screen, running all times, making sure that our club meetings for our term run smoothly. So a big shout out and a big thanks to Wendy. Okay. All in all, that's all for our Winners Club Exco announcement. Okay, for today. Is there any questions? I would like to open the term right now, whereby, is there any questions from the floor that you would like to know further? Yes, no? this is your final chance to actually, question. Hello, Exco. I'm going once.
Send 100,000 questions but I'll call you DM.
I don't
Actually,
have time for 100,000 questions, but I can give you one golden question, Reno. Is there anything from you?
Not at the moment. My head is.
I say, don't worry, we're all here for you. So, and like any auction, going once, going twice, and third, consider done. That's all for today in terms of the AGM. So I'll call the AGM adjourned. Well done, everyone. And last but not least, of course, the recognition for tonight, for today's meeting. So I'll hand it over, hold on. I'll get our Zoom master, Glenda, and also Wendy to do an appreciation for Jeffrey for tonight. Can we spotlight Jeffrey? Yeah, Jeffrey, stay here. Jeffrey, you're so cute already. You have turned into a cat.
Can I maintain this position? The cat.
Yes, sure. No problem.
Very cute.
Very, very cute. Are the certificate ready?
Photo, please.
Yes. Hang on. I forgot where I saved it.
I can share. Wendy, I share it.
Okay. Have you updated it to?
Wendy, I share it already.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's good. Okay.
Go to the slide.
How to enlarge this?
Okay, I can take photo.
Thank
Can
you
you
so
smile?
Thank you
Okay.
so much, Reno.
Okay, are you ready? One,
Yes.
2, 3. And yeah, I will share in our group chat.
Thank you so much, Jeffrey, for
No
being
problem.
our counter. It seems that you're the last gentleman in the room, so you have won the heart of all the ladies here.
Yeah. I become a cat.
Untung lah. Untung lah, Jeffrey.
I say, all right.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for spending your time, Jeffrey, with us.
I learned a lot. Yeah, I learned a lot.
We learned a lot from you as well. So, all in all, I would like to say a big thanks to all the members as well as the exco. I would say it's been a very great journey, an excellent journey as your president for Venus. Once again, it's been a blessing. I say, I have nothing but thank you and 1,000 gratitude in my heart that I could never ever express. I say, all in all, I would, last but not least, I say, I would like to bid everyone, a next level of journey and growth. And I'm looking forward to your next level, no matter whether it's in Toastmasters or any other journey in life. I would love to listen all the stories, because where we first met was this point, this journey in Venus Toastmasters Club. So, ladies, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure serving you as the president. I'm signing it off tonight, and as for the term, as Venus Toastmasters Club, thank you and good night, everyone.
Thank you.
I will have the imaginary test and consider 2025-2026 term and adjourn. So a lot more tears after this I could see, but a lot more laughter and memories made. Thank you. Good night, everyone.
Thank you. Good
Good
night.
night.
Bye bye.
Good
Bye
night.
bye.
See you in
Bye bye.
Ipoh. Bye.
Bye bye. Bye bye.